So now let's prepare the meat. I think it is faster to grill the rice paper if you cook the meat in advance. That's why I will cook the meat in advance. But if you go to Vietnam, you will see that many seller, they will cook raw meat. They grill the raw meat on rice paper. So I turn on the heat and I will put on the, you don't need to use oil to cook pork because the fat from the oil will come out when you cook them. You will cook it until it you will stir fry the minced meat until it is well cooked. Yeah, you can see that the fat from the here, you can see the fat from the meat comes out. That's why you don't need to use oil, because if you use oil, there will be too much oil. And I don't like too much oil in my food. I'm using the electric stove, so it is kind of safe. But if you are using the gas stove, you must be very careful with the fire. Yeah, not to burn your fingers. So after about 5 minutes, the meat is kind of cooked, as you can see here. Yeah, the meat is kind of cooked. So you will cook it for a little bit more. And at this stage, you can add some salt and pepper. When it is cooked, you can turn down the heat. And you should taste the meat in order to make sure that it is not too salty or it is not too plain. I will try. I think I need to add some more salt and pepper. And I will try it again. I think this is good now. So I will turn off. And I will put it out in a bowl like this because I will use it later. And you can see that a lot of oil comes out from comes out from the meat. So that's why you shouldn't add any oil when you cook the meat in order to make the meat too much greasy. You should use another pan in order to grill the rice paper, but because I have only one pan, this one only, so I will wash this pan and I will reuse it to grill the rice paper. I put this aside. Okay, so I'm done with the meat. So I cook the meat. Later on when you grill the rice paper, it will be faster. And now I will prepare the eggs, because I'm going to show you how to use both quail eggs and chicken eggs. So I will prepare the eggs. For 3 chicken eggs, I will break 3 chicken eggs, put them into a bowl, and break it and beat the eggs. For the chicken eggs, you need to beat them, break and beat them into a bowl. But for the quail eggs, later on, you don't need to beat them in advance. Okay, something like that. You don't need to beat it very well. This is not necessary. Okay, now it's time to grill the rice paper. You may be surprised because this street food is called grilled rice paper, but we don't grill the rice paper on the fire, but we use the pan. Why? Because it is dangerous to grill it indoor, and it is also dangerous for you because you are small, and cooking with a direct fire may be very dangerous and difficult for you. That's why I'm thinking about using the pan to grill the rice paper. But if you go to Vietnam, if you have a chance to go to Vietnam and you really observe how the seller they make Banh Trang Nuong, you will see that they grill the rice paper on the charcoal on the fire. So here I have the small size. The small size rice paper perfectly fits my pan. I need to cut them first. For Vietnamese people, we eat rice paper, so that's why I have rice paper in advance in my house, in my room. You can see that the small size, this is 16 centimeters, so it fits perfectly in my pan. However, the big size, the 22 centimeters, this is way too big. So if you cannot buy the small size which it fits your pan, you can trim it. You can trim to make it fit your pan. This is fine, like I'm doing now. Okay, so you can see that it fits the pan. And this one you can eat or you can throw away. It's no problem. Okay, so I will start with the big size because I trim it already. So in order to grill, you must be in order to grill the rice paper, first of all you turn on the stove, and you should turn down the heat to the lowest. Yes, you have to turn down the heat to the lowest, because if you turn up the heat early, the rice paper will get burned very fast. And then I will butter. Now we use butter, and I will spread some butter on it. Yeah, like this. You can use your hand, but using your hand on the pan is dangerous and you may get burned, so you can use a spoon in order to hold the rice paper like this, like I'm doing now. Yeah, this is a lot of butter. In the next one I will use less butter. This is quite a lot for this one. Okay, somehow like this. And now you need a little bit of meat, because there's oil in the meat, so try not to take the oil. You spread the meat around like this. Yeah, you spread the meat around like this. Yeah. And now you need eggs. In this one I will use chicken eggs. Okay, if you use chicken eggs, you use a spoon in order to spread the eggs on the meat. Can you see it? This is quite a lot. I think I made a lot. Yeah, you spread around like this to make sure that the eggs cover the meat, so that later on the meat will not come out of the rice paper. Okay, like this. And then you need sweet corn, because for sweet corn there is water inside, so you have to take out the water. You can use a spoon and you can take out the water. And then you put it on. I should take this one out. Sorry. Yeah, you will put it around like this. I put it here. So I have to make sure that everything is spread perfectly around the rice paper, like pizza. It's like pizza. You have to put all the ingredients to make sure that every corner, everywhere on the rice paper has meat, eggs, corn, and some chopped spring onions. If you don't like chopped spring onion, you don't need to put a lot of them. Okay. So now I can turn, after you put everything on, you can turn up the heat. But you shouldn't turn it to the highest level, but you should turn up to the middle level. Because if you turn up the heat too high, the other side of the rice paper will get burned, but the eggs are not cooked, so it is not good. That's why you turn up to the middle level. And then you will start hearing the sizzling sound. Can you see it? I'm sorry. I will put the camera a little bit closer so that you can see it clearly. I'm so sorry that my kitchen is a little bit small, so it is a little bit messy. Something I forgot. Sorry, I forgot the sausages. I should put the sausages on. Yeah. I'm so sorry that I forgot it. But this is good that the chicken eggs is not cooked yet. Because if the chicken eggs is cooked, you cannot put the sausage on, because the sausages will fall off the rice paper. So now you can see it starts, you will hear the sizzling sound, and the chicken starts being cooked. And you will see that the rice paper is start softer, because at the beginning the rice paper is really hard like this, but when it is cooked with butter and the eggs and the oil from the meat comes out, you can see that the rice paper is starting, it starts softer, it becomes softer, and you will hear the sizzling sound, and then you can smell the butter. Because in this one I add too much butter, so there's too much liquid on my first Banh Nuong. And when you cook, you should check the other side of Banh Nuong. When you cook, you should check the other side in order to make sure that this is not burned. Yeah, you can see that I will show it to you. Yeah, this is not burned yet, right? You have to check the other side of the rice paper. When it starts turning into light brown or brown, this is kind of done. So I will cook a little bit more. I check the other side and I see that it is brown. It's turning brown, so I will fold it a half. Okay, and I turn off the stove. And I will take it out.